And good morning, everybody. Welcome to News Channel 5. Plus, that breaking news, we're learning more this morning about a deadly shooting of a college student over in East Nashville. Happened at Lincoln College of Technology around 6 last night. Officers found 30-year-old Adam Anderson shot. He was taken to Vanderbilt, where he died. They released his identity around 2 this morning. Police say this shooting possibly drug-related. They are still investigating. A man wearing a gray hoodie and tan pants was seen running from the back of the parking lot there at that college. Police are also looking for a small white car that sped from the scene. If you know anything at all about this, call 615-74-CRIME.
And former state Senator Joe Haynes is facing sexual battery charges. Only News Channel 5 cameras were rolling when the 80-year-old bonded out of jail. Haynes was booked yesterday afternoon after being indicted by a Davidson County grand jury. He's accused of groping and trying to kiss a woman last July while she was meeting with him about legal matters. Haynes served nearly 3 decades in the Tennessee State Senate. He was also the chairman of the Senate Democratic Caucus. Haynes retired from the legislature in 2012. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office is investigating a bizarre attack on a school bus. Authorities say this woman, Susan Boykin, jumped onto a bus early one morning last week and then laid on top of a 15-year-old boy. The arrest report also claims Boykin kissed the teen and invited him over. The student told police he didn't know the 52-year-old woman. The entire incident was captured on bus security cameras.
A 6-year-old Amber Alert is active again this morning. The TBI issuing the alert for 4-month-old Zaylee Fryer. She went missing with her mom, Shauna, out of Millersville back on May 1st of 2011. Well, 10 days later, Shauna's body was recovered from the Cumberland River in Nashville. A couple of renderings of what Zaylee might be looking like. The one on the left was issued by the TBI a couple of years ago. The one on the right was put out last year by a group known as the Charlie Project. If you have any information on Zaylee's disappearance, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. The search is still on this morning for a woman who went missing on Dale Hollow Lake from the weekend. Authorities say she and her teenage son were kayaking on that lake in Clay County when she started having problems with her inflatable kayak. Investigators say she was not wearing a life vest. Went under the water. They've not found her body. Her name has not been released. Amy?
Breaking news now. A grand jury indicted an inmate for attacking a correctional officer earlier this year in Macon County. Matthew Beasley is accused of attacking the officer with a sharpened toothbrush. He was moved to Riverbend Maximum Security Prison in Nashville while the TBI investigated. Beasley is now facing several charges, including criminal attempt to commit first-degree murder. And a meeting between District Attorney General Glenn Funk and the TBI is scheduled for today. The meeting is in regards to an officer-involved shooting. The DA's office is looking into whether Officer Josh Lippert should be charged in the death of Jacquees Clemens. A second meeting is also scheduled for Friday. An announcement from the DA about the case is expected sometime next week.
Amy, the fate of short-term rentals like Airbnbs in Nashville hanging in the balance today. The Metro Council scheduled to vote on a measure that would halt any new permits to owners who do not live on site. And the existing permits would begin being phased out. That measure was given preliminary approval by the city's Planning Commission late Thursday. The Metro Council meeting starts at 6:30 tonight. You can download the News Channel 5 app for the latest developments. And the Tennessee Senate voted to pass a controversial bill that would ban abortions after 20 weeks. Opponents of that measure crowded outside of the Senate chambers to speak out against that measure. The ban would not apply in medical emergencies or if the mom faced risk of death or serious injury. That bill is now headed to the House for debate. Now let's get some traffic news. Here's Rebecca.
Well, Steve, if you still use your phone while driving, be warned, officers may soon have a new tool for catching you red-handed. It's called Textilizer, and a handful of states, including Tennessee, are considering the legislation. It gives officers permission to search through the last 90 seconds of your phone history prior to the crash or violation without a warrant. The bill would require drivers hand over the phones if officers suspect distracted driving. However, Tennessee lawmakers won't discuss this bill again until next year.